Hi everybody, welcome to All Games New and Old. I am David Rodriguez and today I'm going to be unboxing Cthulhu, the Great Old One Deluxe Edition. This was given to me by Dann Kriss Games along with a few other games of his to do content for. So I'm excited to be checking this out. I love Cthulhu games and, so another one is always good. As I mentioned before, H.P. Lovecraft himself was sort of a sucky guy. He was pretty racist and that's not cool. But he's long since died and doesn't get a dime off of any of these cool Cthulhu games, so I don't feel too bad buying them. So let's get in here. Let's look at the back first. It says, a quick, fun, card-pairing, horror summoning game for everyone to enjoy and get lost in. From avid Lovecraft readers and fellow Cthulhu fans to card game enthusiasts and casual gamers alike. In Cthulhu, the Great Old One, you will encounter the haunted characters and forbidden lore from the darkly beautiful world of H.P. Lovecraft's writings, pairing them with one another to claw your way to victory, all while stealing cards and playing horrors on your opponents. Beware the Great Old One, for if you hold him when the game ends, you will lose, unless you have revealed yourself to be the cultist. Ooh. So there might be a little bit of a hit and roll kind of situation in this game, it sort of sounds like. I don't know how big a part it plays, but I will find out. That open. I've had a chance to chat with Dann Kriss, who's the designer of this and of course the owner of the company, through Facebook, and seems like a really great guy. So I do hope I like his games. I always am like, well, I'll feel a little bad if I don't. But, you know, I told him straight up I'm just going to be as honest as I can, and that's what it is. So I'm trying to get this open. I really am. It's fighting with me. In the meantime, I would love to hear what some of your favorite Cthulhu-themed games are. I have a lot of the games from the Fantasy Flight Arkham Files games. I think the only one I don't have now is Unfathomable. But I'd really like to get that. But the problem is I don't know if I'll get to play it very much. It's Hidden Trader, which most of the people I played aren't really into, and it's not short. So I just don't know. Okay, so here's the rule book. It is, let's see, I don't know if it has page. Oh, it does. Okay, so it's got the scoring on the back, basically 10 or 11 pages. Not a ton on each page. So I don't imagine this is going to be a tremendously difficult game to learn, which is fantastic. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, this might be just reference. I'm trying to see here. Yeah, so that has the final scoring on it. These are all final scoring. And the other side has your turn phases. Okay, so that's cool. A little pack of reference cards, always helpful. I like the artwork in the box too. I always like it when companies do that. It's, you know, it's far from necessary. You know, a company doesn't have to do that. It's whatever. It's like, it's not a super important place to have art, but when they do it, I always do appreciate it. So I'm excited to take a look at this art. You know, the thing that's cool about the Cthulhu mythos is that you can get pretty crazy with the art because so many of those things are described as being these undescribable creatures, you know, that human minds can't even fathom. So, you know, go wild with it. I guess the only problem you might have is, you know, accidentally making something too mundane. So, all right, Abdul Hazrad, Necronomicon, Asenath Waite, Azathoth, Brown Jenkin, looks like a rat, Charles Dexter Ward, Crawford Tillinghast maybe, a deep one. I like the kind of weird, creepy, like it's kind of cool because it's got this cool lighter on it, but still very bizarre looking. Even the humans, they all look unwell. Let's see, Edward Pickman Derby, George Gamble and Angel, I'm not sure. There's a cool, Great Race of Yeth. Whoa, that is a bizarre looking thing. He's got all kinds of weird tentacles hanging off his face, and then these weird, like, they look like eye stalks. I don't know if there's actually eyes on them. He's got lobster claws. Real weird. And the bottom, I believe, I could be wrong, I believe all these are the titles of various H.P. Lovecraft stories, and these might be the characters that they're from. I've read a collected works of H.P. Lovecraft, and I just don't remember specifics, to be honest with you. Henry Anthony Wilcox, he actually looks sort of happy to be there. He still looks really sickly, but he looks kind of happy to be there. He's from the Call of Cthulhu story.
Herbert West from Reanimator. Horror in Clay. Inspector Legrasse. This makes me want to go back and read the stories. I'm not actually a huge fan of his style of writing anyway, but I do love the stuff he created. Joseph Kerwin. And from the case of Charles Dexter Ward. Keziah Mason from Dreams in the Witch House. Luminous Machine from Beyond. Migo. Whisper in the Darkness. Nahum Gardner. From The Color Out of Space. Or The Color from Out of Space. There is a movie based on that I really would like to see. I hear it's actually really good. It has Nick Cage, which, you know, that can go either way. But I hear this one's good. Nathaniel Wingate Peasley, it looks like. Or Peaslef, it looks like. I don't know. Anyway, there's the Necronomicon. All right, let's get into the other pack here. I dig the art. It's really unique. It has a definite, like, specific color scheme to it. Lots of browns and greens and yellows and stuff. But I kind of like that for this kind of game. All right, I'm curious if there'll be different ones here or if it's going to be mostly the same. We'll find out. Okay, so Nyarlathotep. I could be saying that wrong. Does anyone really know how to say it right? Randolph Carter. He looks kind of like H.P. Lovecraft, actually. I don't have a picture of him handy, but definitely go take a look and look at this guy. He looks like H.P. Lovecraft. Reanimator Serum. Richard Upton Pickman. Shining Trapezohedron from The Haunter of the Dark. The non-Euclidean geometry. That is one of those phrases I hear a lot in Cthulhu Mythos stuff. I actually don't even know if H.P. Lovecraft himself said that or if it's just something that's been added since. But Shoggoth from At the Mountains of Madness. Shub-Niggurath from Out of the Aeons. Strange Color from The Color from Out of Space. Tiog from Out of the Aeons. Wilbur Whatley from The Dunwich Horror. He looks very werewolfy. William Dyer from At the Mountains of Madness. Yogg-Sothoth, that's crazy. I mean, look at that bursting out of that house. I think whoever lives there they've got a problem. The Dunwich Horror. I wish I could remember how these stories went, but it has been a minute since I read that. Let's see. Zadok Allen from The Shadow over Innsmouth. Okay. And then these are different here. This is as At the Mountains of Madness. Play now continues in the opposite direction around the table while this card is in play. So I wonder if these are things that just shift the game. Let's see. Remove any one horror or cultist in play from the game. Steal one card at random from each opponent's hand. Each of your opponents must reveal their hands to all players. These are interesting. Target player must skip their next turn. So far, they're all unique. Oh, the rats in the walls. Each player must pass one card from their hand to the player on their left. You may steal the Great Olden card from any player who holds it. So there's a lot of stuff in here, but they do all look unique, which is fantastic. I like these games where like these bizarre things happen that totally just shift the game. All of a sudden, they're fun. Okay, Elder Sign. Are these all going to be the same? It looks like. Elder Sign, the Cultist, and the Great Old One. So, man, I really am digging the art in this one. So that's always a big plus. And again, another Cthulhu game. You can't go wrong with a Cthulhu game, at least not if you're giving it to me. So I'm excited to try this out. Anyway, I hope this video has been interesting to you. If it has, please hit like and subscribe and click the little bell icon so you can know the next time I put out a video. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you all around the table again at All Games New and Old. Bye. If you enjoyed that video, you might also like this one.
Or this one.
If you like any of our videos, what you should do is click this little button to subscribe so you'll know about the next time we put out a video.
We'll see you around the table.
Bye.
Bye.